Did you know that by 2025, half of the labor force was going to need to reskill, given all of this automation that's taking place because we have displaced skilled workers that don't have suitable matching skills, and there's a growing demand of professional certificates that are now becoming more widely accepted by big blue chip companies such as Google, Facebook, and IBM. If that sounds interesting, stick around. I think you're going to like what I have. Hello, investors, and welcome back to Just Randy Stocks. For those of you that are new, consider subscribing to the channel and let me know you like this kind of content by giving it a big thumbs up. For those of you that have already subscribed, welcome back. Let's not delay any further and let's get straight into the details of the video. Now, the company we're talking about is Coursera, and the founders and CEO rang the opening bell of the New York Stock Exchange on the online learning company to become one of the rare edtech or educational technology enterprises to go public. And this happened on March 31st of 2021. So this happens during the pandemic. That the event actually happened online. So they did a virtual bell ring, and it was perhaps fitting considering that this is an online learning company. So Jeff is the CEO of the company, and he's been there since 2012. And prior to that, he did have previous CEO experience. He's a graduate of Stanford, and Andrew and Daphne were professors at Stanford University in computer science. So when I'm looking at a company, I want to know that they're early in the stage of growth and there's still a lot of room for them to grow. And this company has a global reach, and part of their mission statement is to provide universal access to world-class learning so that anyone, anywhere has the power to transform their life through learning. So the first few questions I would ask myself is there user adoption? How many people are on the platform? How much money are they making, and are they growing? So as of December 31st of 2020, there were more than 77 million learners that had registered on the platform, over 2,000 organizations, 4,000 academic institutions, and 300 government entities that had used the platform to upskill and reskill their employees, students, and citizens. Now let's talk about revenue. 184 million and 293 million for 2019-2020, which was a growth rate of 59% year over year. They did have a net loss of 46 and 66 million for 2019-2020, and these were costs due to general admin, growing out the business. So depending on what your goal is, there's multiple offerings, the most popular offering being the professional certificates, which range from $39 to $99 a month. So I also want to show you the Q2 earnings summary of what's most recently happened and break that down by business segment so you can better understand the company. But before I do that, I want to show you just a few short video clips on why I believe there's going to be continued adoption, and I've edited these down so it doesn't take very long.
I really struggled financially, and that was always kind of in the back of my mind. I came out of university never having learned to apply myself independently. I realized that if I was going to progress in any way in my job, I was going to have to do it myself. I found Coursera on a Reddit thread. The courses I originally took were mainly from Johns Hopkins University. When I first started the courses, I would say I was in a not very satisfying job, and for an amount of money that is difficult to live on in London. And then I decided that I was going to quit my job and move on. So there's actually not that many people at the time in the market that had all of that skill set, and it just meant that at quite a young age, my income was, probably 3 times the average. And it's because data science is such a new industry, and it just sort of changed my life, really. So I guess I'm a lot more optimistic about new challenges and new things because I know I have the ability to be proactive. People are going to have to change their careers every 2, 5, 10 years. Gone are the days where you can just get a job and sit there for 40 years and then retire. People are going to be in and out of education their entire lives. They can't go spending £50,000 every 5 years to change careers because their job's been automated, or, it isn't working for them anymore.
So as people start to think about what career they want to enter in, typically some people will look at the salary range, the reward typically, and she mentioned 3 times as much as her peers. So how are you managing your own career? How many times are you changing your job? Are you going to stay in the same role for 40 years? Or does the future look like a lot more reskilling? So there's a lot of small businesses that need resources to help them grow the skill set of people within their company, and that's what this next video is about. Take a listen.
Really starting from the concept of, oh, I just like a better cup of tea. We started the company, and none of us came to the business with any prior experience. And that education has really been a challenge for us as we grow. So I heard about Coursera from an NPR story. I've been looking for a way to take university courses, which I hadn't been able to do because I live in a very small town. I took Introduction to Corporate Finance and then came across the Wharton Business Foundations. And I thought, wow, these foundational courses would be phenomenal for our team members. So we started our finance department on Intro to Finance. We started operations and imports on operations. A couple of folks in our marketing department took Intro to Marketing. I've watched my employees as they've taken Coursera courses grow into their jobs.
So there's 3 business segments, which is consumer, enterprise, and degrees, for a total, and this is just the quarterly number, 102.1 million, or 38% year over year growth for the quarter. So we've got positive revenue growth quarter over quarter, year over year. It's looking really good. This company's growing. They've got outstanding margins. That's why another reason I really like this company. And the next thing I wanted to do was I wanted to stack them up against their competition. I wanted to look at price and volume. So I went to FinViz and I filtered by industry, and I looked at education and training services, and I'm not looking at China. So I'm just going to look at the 2 US ones, and we've got Chegg, or ticker symbol CHGG, and they're $86.62 with a trading volume of 1.4 million and 1.9 million trading volume for Coursera, and of course that's ticker symbol COUR. They are at $39.73. Now, I looked at the analyst price targets for this, and the low end, it was $44. The medium was $54, and the high end was $60. So with the 52-week range, we're at the low end for Coursera. If you're looking to get in on this play, I would say, now would be a great time. I think that they're just going to continue to climb, and this isn't going to be a huge big ticket mover in your portfolio, but I believe it's going to be something that is going to be sustainable, good growth, and that you're in at the low end at the price of $39, $40. Now, on the dip on Tuesday, when we come back, they could dip down. This could be one of the ones that continues to be green. You'll have to take a look at the charts, but I would say anything under $40 here is a good buy. So there's one more thing that I did. I took both of these companies and I looked at their subscriptions to their YouTube channel and the ratings, the general ratings of their videos. And I don't know, does this say something? Plus, I was reading some of the reviews, and someone mentioned on Chegg, did you realize that students are using this platform to cheat? And I don't know if it matters to the people within that business. I didn't look into Chegg very deep, but the things that I did see just left me a little bit concerned. So the last thing I'll leave you with is 54 leading companies across EMEA, or, this is basically the territory for Europe. It's broken down into regions: APAC region, EMEA, North Americas. So 3 regions to cover the globe. Choose Coursera for business to drive employee reskilling. So this is really growing. So it says in the first half of 2021, more than 130 companies across EMEA have launched, renewed, and expanded their business license for employees. So it's not just happening here in North America. You heard from the video, she had an accent, she was from London. And, I think this one's going to do really well. I hope you guys have a great weekend. Thank you so much for giving a big thumbs up to this video, and I'll see you in the next one.